Radiant team ban.
Hello everybody, welcome to TDL America's Pro Series, America's 31.
10
We've
seconds
got
remaining.
our first matchup of the day, Empyrean Esports
5
versus Randoms
seconds
Esports.
remaining.
Should be a good match for us.
Dire team ban.
Randoms took a 2-0 earlier this morning against Team Nemesis.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
they are off to a good start for their day.
5 seconds remaining.
Winner of this match
Dire
is
team
going to
ban.
go on to play
Radiant team ban.
Los Carnosos in the next round, which I believe we
10
will be
seconds
casting.
remaining.
Is that correct?
5 seconds remaining.
Either
Dire
Los
team ban.
Carnosos or Alianza Lima. Those are the teams starting things off in the next round. Let's take a look at this draft.
10
We've got
seconds
Magnus
remaining.
Batrider banned out by Empyrean, Timbersaw Chen
5
banned out by
seconds remaining.
Randoms. Randoms going after some of the top of the
Dire
meta
team
heroes right off the bat. Wind Ranger are going to join those as well. Empyrean, the Magnus and Batrider is a little interesting. Those feel like targeted bans at
10 seconds
Randoms.
remaining.
Definitely concerned about the reposition kind of heroes. So
5
maybe are
seconds
looking to
remaining.
rely
Radiant team
on
ban.
some more kind of stable heroes that don't have a built-in escape. Is Puck going to be the last
10
ban for
seconds remaining.
Randoms? Potentially looking to set
5
up an early
seconds
mid lane pick,
remaining.
or just getting rid of some of their more concerning mid lane options early while they have more bans. It's always interesting seeing, like, what's a first phase ban because it's first pickable, and what's a first phase ban because, like, we're gonna ban it at some point, and we don't want to run out of bans for it later.
Radiant team pick. Dire team
Doom
pick.
gonna be the last ban from here, and it's gonna go right into the Dragon Knight. This guy's been a staple of drafts lately. Fits in any core role. Very stable hero. Gives you stun, gives you damage, gives you high ground push.
10 seconds remaining.
It's been
5 seconds
a pretty
remaining.
straightforward
Radiant team
opening
ban.
pick for nice cornerstone every draft. Randoms, they're gonna grab the Tusk, so that tells you exactly why that Magnus and Batrider got banned out, because this is another reposition hero. It takes a bit longer to get to because you have to get the Aghanim Scepter for the Walrus kick, but that's going to be their response for the
10
Dragon Knight.
seconds remaining.
Should set them up to have a good save for the
Radiant
stun with
team
the snowball, and really good initiation. Like, this is, I love watching position 4 Tusks because they just do so much for their team. As the initiator, eventually, like, this reposition with the kick. Very fun.
10 seconds remaining.
Vengeful
Dire
Spirit
team
and
ban.
Lifestealer are going to be the bans. Lifestealer tells me they might be looking to go for a pretty tanky draft. They already have this Dragon Knight, who the Lifestealer is pretty good against. Anybody with high HP, I think they're going to... I think that indicates they're going to go at least one more strength
Dire
core
team
here.
pick.
Naga Siren takeout by Randoms.
Radiant team pick.
Concerned with the illusion spam, and here's the Leshrac, hero having a big resurgence on the 7.35 C patch with the buff to Kaya, and the nerf to Mage Slayer. I feel like those have been some of the
10
bigger
seconds
things. He was
remaining.
completely taken off the map with the Bloodstone nerf
seconds
on the last
remaining.
patch, but
Radiant
now he's on his
team
way back
pick.
in.
Dire team pick.
We're gonna Marcy for Empyrean and immediately into the Luna. I'm guessing that's their safe lane duo, and this Dragon Knight will be going off lane. DK could still go mid if they wanted. Marcy could also be in a core role, but I think that's gonna be their 5.
10 seconds remaining.
They pulled out those picks quick, so either
5
like they were
seconds
pretty
remaining.
confident in this draft plan coming in, kind of regardless of what randoms were going for, or they like this is their best answer to the Leshrac. I mean, the control from Marcy is very helpful for dealing with the Leshrac, and pumping damage into the Lesh so that he can't out-heal it.
Dire team pick.
Omni Knight gonna get picked up by randoms. Oh, we do also have to consider that this could be a support Leshrac, because that's been also part of his resurgence. Oh, and the Diabolic Edict buff, right? Yeah, the hero itself got buffs as well, in addition to the items.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we've been seeing position 5
seconds
Leshracs
remaining.
that just like spam out Diabolic Edict. This Omni Knight, that's going to be the answer for the big physical damage, because Empyrean Esports, Dragon Knight, Marcy, Luna, like, they have magic damage on some of these heroes, but overwhelmingly that's physical damage, so I like this Omni Knight pick a lot. And again, pretty versatile. It can go in mid lane, off lane, kind of depends where they want to put it. Might see a support Omni. You could see, like... Yeah, this could be like an off-lane Leshrac with the Tusk. This is a very versatile draft from Ray. I like this a lot. What do they want to follow this Omni Knight? Probably look at... I mean, Leshrac's going to do a lot of work for damage for you. But especially if he's in the support role, they're probably looking for something else pretty high damage to go into their core roles. Because Omni Knight's going to be more kind of bastion of durability for you. They're going to need something to chew through this Dragon Knight as well. The Leshrac's going to help. But eventually DK is going to get to that Aghanim Scepter, going to have that bonus magic resist. It did get a little nerfed in the last patch. Grimstroke. Okay, so that tells us that the Leshrac and Omni Knight are both cores. So it's looking more like mid Leshrac, offlane Omni Knight, or vice versa. Probably Omni in the mid, Leshrac in the off. Because
10 seconds
you're going to have the Tusk. Unless they put the Tusk 5 in the Grim 4 with the Omni.
5 seconds.
They've still got options in this draft. It's more clear, like, Grimstroke, Tusk kind of have to be the core, or the supports, which means Leshrac and Omni are pushed into core, but like where the lanes are is still very open. It's gonna be a Rubik for Empyrean. It's a signature Virgil Rubik. It's always fun to watch. It's gonna mean that whatever carry, like physical damage carry that randoms picks up, has to contend with a potential Guardian Angel steal, the Omni Knight.
10 seconds remaining.
You're gonna have the Soulbind coming back at you. All of the magic damage from Leshrac is just gonna get amped up by Arcane Supremacy. This is a pretty nice Rubik game. And I know Virgil plays a mean Tusk too, so the Stolen Tusk spells are gonna be something to watch out for as well. Get into our last set of bans. Empyrean Esports, they go after the Faceless Void. Since random's definitely looking for a carry here, no matter how the Leshrac Omni line up. I mean, you could put the Leshrac in the carry role. I think that would be totally fine.
5 seconds remaining.
Random's banning out the Huskar and the Ember Spirit, which makes sense. Definitely looks like Empyrean looking for a mid laner. They do still have the option to move the Dragon Knight into mid and pick up an off lane here, if there's something they really like. You could maybe... I wouldn't mind a Tidehunter pick here, just to give you some team fight. Maybe a Mars. Like, I think Tidehunter hasn't been amazing lately, because you don't have a lot of big lockdown. I guess there isn't a ton on either side. Kunkka gonna be the other band, so they're respecting the possibility that there's already a carry picked up. It's gonna be Keeper of the Light. They're just gonna go into like a high magic damage mid option to offset the high physical damage they have from the two cores they'd already picked.
10 seconds remaining.
I think it's very likely that the Keeper of the Light is mid, but it is still possible the Marcy gets flexed over there. See what randoms want to close out this draft with. Has to be a carry that's going to be able to withstand the magic damage. You could go something straightforward like a Juggernaut. There's not a ton of control. It honestly sounds pretty decent. So you already have the Leshrac to, like, that's going to be your main plan for dealing with the Dragon Knight. It's going to be the Slark. Okay, so we'll get the Dispels going. Make sure that you're able to get the Solar Bind off of you, some of the other, like, soft control options. Yeah, I don't mind this Slark pick at all. It's also a good way to chase down this Keeper of the Light and make sure you have somebody that gets on top of him, because the rest of your cores don't really do that. And is going to go nicely with the Tusk to make sure that, that you have, like, a core to dive in with the Tusk. It's actually Virgil on the Marcy. Rain picking up the Rubik. The Virgil Marcy is also going to be fun. Yeah, overall, these both feel like pretty well-rounded drafts. I kind of feel like I want to give the edge to Empyrean Eagles, but I think it's going to come down to how Summer Kid's game on this Slark goes. Laning into Dragon Knight Rubik, you shouldn't have too hard a time. There's big lockdown in that lane. And so I imagine I'm not familiar enough with randoms to know where the Omni and Leshrac are going. We'll see where these end up.
Interesting.
We get our
Wow.
our TDL tradition, start of game pause. A lot of our teams playing from SA on the US East server, so never too much of a surprise. That takes a little bit for everybody to get loaded in, locked and loaded. Let's see. Can I tell by the items going away? I think this feels more like a mid Leshrac. A lot more money saved towards the bottle, so I think the Leshrac's going to be mid. Plans for the pre-horn movements getting drawn out on the map. I think that's FTWW being the one doing the drawing there. Maybe taking a bit of a captain role with this Omni Knight. Alright, we are going to get right into this game number one. Smoke up from both teams. See where they end up heading out to on the map. Like, both teams headed down towards this bot side. Randoms want to cross the river. R3 Donatello kind of leading the way. Smoke's going to break on FTW. They spot Senku off on the side, but the rest of Empyrean is down on the low ground around the ward spot. Everybody just big chillin'. They're going to find the ward, Isonic. Nice D-ward. Gonna set up
30 seconds to battle.
safer fight for randoms if they want to contest this rune. Empyrean all just waiting, seeing who from randoms is going to show up to stand on this rune. Still pinging out Senku over here. FTW still going to hang out, waiting to see. It's kind of a big game of chicken here, waiting to see who's going to show up. Meanwhile, top Senku going to step up onto the high ground, so Summer Kid going to go contest that one. Senku steals that rune, and it looks like down bot they end up walking away for randoms. And they allow Empyrean to get the bot red. We're going to get a bit of engagement. We get the dispose backwards. FTW getting controlled up. Both supports still down here for Empyrean. The blood grenade and FTW. Couple more attacks. That's going to do it. KMCDC picks up the first blood.
For Salamene and for the
Ooh, over on the top lane, though. Or no, in the mids. Summer Kid stays on Senku, so now this is a free start to the lane for Tala. So, you don't get the first blood, but that's a pretty value kill. Both carries picking something up to start here. It is going to be the Leshrac in the mid lane, as we expected, against the Keeper of the Light. Top, it's the Slark Grim against the DK Rubik. Down bot, we got the Tusk and the Omni Knight against the Marcy and the Luna. So this Luna should have
is under attack.
pretty easy start to her game. These two melee heroes, but there is a decent amount of initiation here. The Hammer of Purity, the Snowball, they're going to have ways to get on top of this Luna. Is FTW getting tossed back. Losing Beam again, and it's hard to exist as an Omni Knight here. R3 Donatello going to step into the middle. As that tag team, so able to get some slows, get some damage on, give FTW some space to get back to the lane. Dragon Knight getting low up top. Summer Kid finds another kill on time on Silvito, and they're going to chase down Rain here as well. Plenty of Essence Shift stacks. One more attack would do it, but like they're not expecting to find it. Isonic wants to find this, gets the Blood Grenade down. Go right under the tower, but has the Fairy Fire, so now Isonic can be the one in trouble. As Silvito respawns, doesn't have the Dragon Tail leveled yet, so nothing to control Isonic, and both supports just going to walk away on very little health. Farming going pretty smoothly over the mid lane. Seems like bot lane stabilizing a decent amount as well now. Down bot. FTW getting low again. Virgil keeping the pressure up. But
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
like the Omni going to be able to walk this one off again. Meanwhile, R3 Donatello manipulating the creep wave, going to bring it right over in front of the tower. Waiting for the Dire wave to connect. That'll set up some nice position. So R3 Donatello doing a good job keeping FTW farming pretty easily in this lane. As much as they can into the Luna Marcy. Senku getting brought down low by Tala, but able to escape here. Does have to run back home to heal up, though, so Tala taking early control of this lane, 16-6 on the last hits and denies. Coddle's 12-1, so about a wave ahead. Back up top, Isonic threatening to throw down a Stroke of Fate, but holding off on it for now. Bot, some damage getting put into FTW again. Like, still, we'll just back away. I mean, is definitely getting the least last hits across the board, but it's getting something out of this lane.
Dire's courier.
Up top, Summer Kid gonna find a courier and gonna look for more. The toss back, but the Inkswell is there to connect. Rain getting low. Summer Kid has the heals. Oh, nice blood grenade from Isonic. That's gonna tick out Rain. Oh, very well placed blood grenade. Finish off that kill. Stroke of Fate comes out as well, slowing up Silvito, but feeling pretty safe under the tower. Tower protection plus Dragon Blood means Silvito healing up quite quickly here. Down bot, FTW. Trying to deal with the lane being a weird position off of the pull here. Virgil gonna come in behind. Pops the sidekick, gets the toss back from the dispose. Here comes R3 Donatello trying to get FTW out of trouble here. Blood grenades there. That's gonna be the slow. Do they have one more right click? The shards stop them from chasing onto FTW. R3 Donatello will be the one to go down, but saves the Omni Knight. Virgil's still hunting here. And while on the top side, the action continues. A Summer Kid finds another kill on Rain. The Slark Grimstroke lane. I mean, this is a great pairing. When you've got the Inkswell going, Slark is such a good Inkswell carrier. Mid's still been fairly quiet, but Leshrac up to a significant lead now. 36-12 to 24-1. That is a big deal for this Leshrac, and easily going to be the first to level 6. Senku trying to find some safer farm off to the side. Both supports rotating over towards the triangle. Virgil getting some vision up. R3, Donatello going to be well aware that that's there. Virgil is going to secure a damage amp rune, and Senku going to be able to immediately chase forward with the Solar Bind. It's level 6, and that's a huge amount of damage with that amp. But Tala able to turn it around. Diabolic Edict, absolutely massive, and R3, Donatello, and Isonic arrive. They're going to find Senku as well. Tala nearly gets brought down. Isonic low as well, but randoms, they get 2 for nothing off of great rotations from the supports. Nay. Hey, look, yeah, that fight puts Tala, I mean, plus the way the lane's been going, Tala safely up at the top of the net worth chart. Summer Kid right behind them. Reinfo so far on the Slark. The Slark's been off to a very nice start to their game as well. It's a 1k gold lead for randoms at the 7-minute mark. As Wisdom Rune's getting picked up by either support, nothing spicy happening there. FTW, though, is going to get run out by Virgil. Rebounds in, gets the Dispose back, but R3 Donatello is in the area. He starts to block off KMCDC. Stroke in the area as well, so FTW is going to be able to sit and get the kill on KMCDC. Now the snowball chase forward with the silence. And the Phantom's Embrace, R3 Donatello trying to stick on this Virgil. The Marcy is going to be able to get into the safety of the tower, and all the heroes getting a little low on randoms. Virgil will survive for now. Another great reversal from randoms. It feels like everywhere Empyrean tries to make a move, randoms is anticipating it, bringing more heroes there, and turning things around. Brain getting some stacks up for their Keeper of the Light, one of the best stack farming heroes in the game, and you've got Luna as well, so stacks are massive for the side of Empyrean. Probably going to be their best route back into this game. The more they can stack, the easier it's going to be to catch back up and farm here. KMCDC has been off to a perfectly fine start to this game. Top of the cores for Empyrean. Not too far behind the Slark or Leshrac. Both supports from random still sitting bot. It looks like Rain's going to come join the party lane down here. Free up the sidekick and look to engage onto FTW. Supports are a little far away, so they maybe have a chance to pop the Omni Knight here. There's the Inkswell. The damage from Rain, though, as Senku makes the rotation over as well. That's going to bring down FTW. Isonic going to look to teleport away. They don't quite have a Dispose, but there's the lift from Rain. As Tala makes the rotation over as well. Isonic caught in the middle of 3. They're going to go down. It's a double kill for Senku, as the Keeper of the Light makes a great rotation down to the bot lane. Joining the party down here. And getting the fights going back in their favor.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tithe to the impurities.
Tala doing some farming up into the Radiant jungle. There's quite a few heroes over here, though. Both supports making the rotation over. That's the Unleash for Virgil, so Tala's got to be careful, taking tons of damage just from the Marcy, and gets almost completely soloed by the position 5. Virgil with that Unleash reveal completely blows up Tala.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like KMCDC is going to be happy to see the party lane wrapping up out of the bot side. FTW the only hero left down here for randoms.
Dire's middle tower.
Like things might be moving over towards mid. Close supports for randoms, getting some pressure on Senku, but Virgil and Rain, they're both in the area. There's going to be a snowball. Oh, there's a nice handy creep up here, so that's going to be the escape from damage immediately. They do turn with the soul bind. You're going to have the Phantom's Embrace as well as the slows. Summer Kid now making a rotation over. That's going to be a kill on Virgil. Big damage from Senku as the Illuminate into the Solar Bind. Summer Kid wants more, chasing down Rain, getting a few more Essence Shift stacks. Didn't get a ton from that kill on Virgil. Looks like back under the safety of the tower. Through all of this, quietly farming has been Silvito. Nearly to that Blink Dagger, so going for the more early fighting build for the Dragon Knight. You should see Silvito. As soon as this Blink Dagger is up, I expect to see them joining the engagements that Empyrean has been taking around the map. Speaking of engagements, Virgil going to jump in with the rebound into the Dispose, but getting tons of damage into them from the Edict. Then there's the control from Rain and Senku. Trying to find the return kill on Tala, but they're just burning down to the damage from the Slush Rack. They've gone too far, the Lightning Bolt is there, but Tala not able to chase further under the tower without more health. Levito now going to look to get involved. TP's over. They have the Pig Pulse, so that's going to give Tala space to back away. Flip the creep wave, so see if they can get some pushing going in as Tala goes back to heal up. He wants to be a little careful. He's healing up off of the Illuminates. Nearly kills iSonic. Gonna get silenced up by the Embrace here. iSonic with the Ink Swell, but way too slow from that Solar Bind. Senku gonna look to TP out, but has to cancel it because they know the Split Earth is coming. Now everybody into the Snowball, chase down Senku. Stun doesn't quite connect. His Keeper of the Light is finally going to get brought down. That one goes to Tala. Sonic throws out the tip. As that all started with an engagement on the Grimstroke and never actually found that kill. Very nice turnaround once again by randoms. Scanning the triangle, so they're going to know KMCDC has farmed up these stacks, so now right there in step with Summer Kid as they're going to get nice Ice Shards to block off Zolito. Rain kind of caught up in the middle as well. Steals the Inkswell, so is going to force Summer Kid to back away, and they're going to turn this around. KMCDC shows up. It's the kill on iSonic. Now Tala caught out, disposed back into the Illuminate and dead. So Empyrean, this time it's them who bring the numbers and turn around the engagement that random started. Feels like if you're the team the initiate, you're the team that's losing more heroes. This R3 Donatello is still messing around with Silvito over here. He's just barely going to be able to TP away. Dragon Tail on cooldown means Silvito no longer having any options to cancel that teleport. Blink Dagger up on Omni Knight. It's looking to get right up into the fray. Is not even a point in Guardian Angel at level 9. Even into the Luna and Dragon Knight. Just focusing on the Hammer of Purity and Purification, getting those maxed up. Senku continuing to build pressure on this mid lane.
Radiant are scanning.
Smoke up on the supports, FTW joining in as well. Meanwhile, there's a smoke on Empyrean. They're just nowhere near each other. Now they're going to find Summer Kid. Here's the Dragon Tail with the Blink Dagger reveal. Able to escape into the Shadow Dance for now, but fully surrounded. There's the Inkswell, and they're going to bring down Summer Kid as soon as that Shadow Dance ends. Meanwhile, though, Senku is the one left alone on the Radiant side. The randoms, they find their smoke kill as well. Virgil makes the TP in. No one for that Soulbind to latch to, but should get brought down all the same. So Vito does step and show over here, but has the Blink Dagger away once they start to turn towards them. Got the... There's... Why can't I see Solar Bind? I wanted to point out the fact that there's Solar Bind and Soul Bind. I guess that's now this spell that you only have.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower
grants Solar
is under
Bind from
attack.
Spirit Form. I always forget which spells you have on Coddle in ult versus out of ult because it's changed so many times. We're gonna another smoke from Empyrean now. I'm down towards the bot side. Gonna link up with Senku, it looks like. And Virgil's gonna break on Tala here. Does break up the high ground. Gets vision down. Tala sees that break, and now randoms, they're gonna rotate over. Find Virgil, but they're gonna find a lot more than they're expecting, and it's an Inkswell on top of Silvito. That stolen Inkswell still coming into play as Virgil jumps forward, looking for another pickoff. They're gonna find both supports here as the Illuminate connects. And the cores of randoms just forced to get out of the buy angle, and they're gonna find the mid-tier 2 tower here as well.
Middle tower has fallen.
Empyrean, I managed to click that. There we go. Yeah, KMCDC top of the net worth now and a slight net worth lead. Empyrean taking their first advantage of the game off of those 2 support kills. Another smoke up is FTW with the Inkswell and the Blink Dagger. It's a big blow up on Virgil. All in the area as well. Virgil whistling back at them, and they're gonna find Silvito as well. Summer Kid finds the Dragon Knight pushing out the lane, and they connect. Just like that, randoms. Quick pair of kills. And this game is shaping up to be quite the slugfest. 11-15 at 17 minutes. These teams are here to brawl, and you see that with these Blink Daggers on the offlane heroes.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
BKB gonna be the next target for the Dragon Knight. With the Kaya Sanj finish on Leshrac, looking towards a Yule Scepter to set up those Split Earths. Phase Boots on the support Tusk, going full move speed on this guy. Casual Windlace with the Phase Boots. Random's gonna control up and steal the farm out of the Radiant buy angle. Looks like Empyrean want to set up for another smoke here. All grouping up to farm together. Like as soon as these camps go down, might look to pop the smoke. Random's connecting in here as well. They're gonna spot Senku. Now they're gonna spot Virgil. Summer Kid deciding if they want to go for the pounce. Doesn't quite connect, but has the defusal slow. Get pulled in under the tower and hit with the Illuminate. Summer Kid actually brought down quite low. Has to use the Shadow Dance. But nothing else gonna get spent there. Empyrean Eagles now gonna look to regain control of the buy angle. Sweep in, get some wards. Get KMCDC farming. As nearly to that Manta style to add to Dragonlance and Mask of Madness.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Love how much confidence these teams are moving with. Like, going into the enemy side of the map with no vision, start setting up that vision. Being well aware of where the enemy team is playing.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is
Able
under attack.
to soak up some of that map space that's available. Yeah, they're just fully on each other's sides of the maps at this point. All 5 of randoms setting up around this tower. Tala gonna lead the charge. Big diabolic edict damage to chunk through towers. Can be fortified both ways.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Summer Kid
attack.
now breaking away from the team. Oh! Summer Kid with a smile. It's a hilarious time to pause. Silvito evidently having a bit of an issue. Lots of love between these teams. Oh, this is the Ags reveal. So I think this Pounce is going to connect. I think this Pounce is going to connect.
Beast bomb.
As Silvito is reconnected. Pounce not quite there, but it does set up the defusal
Radiant's bottom tower
for the
has
slow, but a
fallen.
nice rebound away for Virgil.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Or no, that was just the Force Staff down to the low ground. Now we're going to get the smoke up after they finish taking that bottom tower. All of Random's going to start making their way over
Radiant's
back to where
bottom
Empyrean's
tower
been playing.
is
They
under
spot out
attack.
Raid, be a quick blow up
Dire's
with the Blink
top
Dagger
tower
from
is under
FTW.
attack.
They're chasing for more. They've got the Blink available on Tusk. Ice Shard's not quite connecting, though. Hollow now going to chase in. Can't find anything. And now KMCDC waiting on the high ground with the Eclipse. Tala immediately going to get disposed and blown up. Well, that's a ton of their damage off of the board for Randoms. Summer Kid, though, looking to chase in on the backline, but you already have another dead. Virgil looking for more, trying to chase down FTW. Has a dispose available soon. There's the Guardian Angel now turning around. They actually connect and blow up Virgil's iSonic, supporting FTW from the high ground. FTW does eventually get brought down by KMCDC. iSonic just going to TP away. So Empyrean, they read the move of Random, set up on their high ground, and completely turn that one around on them. That's right, because the Guardian Angel, I haven't seen an Omni Knight in quite a while. The 2 charges, single target Guardian Angel now. As Wisdom Rune's getting picked up, and we get an Aghanim Shard off of the Tormentor for Marcy. Now get the extra buffs on rebound. Means Virgil's going to really be bouncing all over the place. Generally, you get an Aghanim Shard on the Slark. It's just like everybody already have their Ag Shard. I can't see it through that many. Get this one. I guess it was between R3 Donatello and Summer Kid. I think Summer Kid and Tala were really close, and then you got the boost in net worth. You're going to spot KMCDC farming here. Rain is there behind them. Senku as well. It's actually, well, just about all of Empyrean Eagles, but Summer Kid getting in there, but now here comes the Eclipse to try to turn things around. R3 Donatello the first fall. You get the kill on Virgil. The rest of Empyrean backing up, but iSonic goes down as well as Silvito blinks in towards the back lane. Now they're going to try to chase down FTW. They have the Spirit Vessel down, so not going to be able to heal up much. Has another Purify, waiting for the Spirit Vessel to wear off. We're just going to get deleted. Dragon Tail connects. Silvito finishes that one off. With 3 down on the side of Randoms once again, traded just for Virgil. So you see Virgil with the whistling voice lines.
Dire's
Shows
bottom
that
tower is under
Empyrean
attack.
got the better of that trade.
Dire are scanning. Dire are scanning.
When scans come out means they're going to know that this Roche is being done. Empyrean Eagles looking to take the first Roche off the map. Are Randoms going to be able to respond fast enough to this? They've got a couple heroes smoked up. Tower goes down. Empyrean, they're aware, after seeing the heroes on the creep wave, that Randoms are going to be coming to contest this. Let's see how they look to connect. It's going to be Tala going in first. Sets up the splitter into the pit, and they get the Soulbind as well. Immediately, tons of aggro onto KMCDC, trying to control up and bring down this Luna, trying to heal up with the Mask of Madness, but it's not going to be enough. Random's all getting brought low, but none of them falling as they scoop up the Aegis for themselves. Senku looking to TP away. The interrupt is there from the Inkswell. And Senku gonna get brought down as well. So Random's off of that scan. They get a beautiful fight in the Roche pit. This is a brutal team to try to contest a Roche round. You got so much AoE damage coming out of Tala, can just stand in the middle of them, blowing everybody up. Meanwhile, Summer Kid pressuring their backlines.
I'll take that.
So with this Aegis, and with 3 on the deck, Random's looking to get some towers pushed in. Creep Wave going to start connecting with bottom tier 3. Mostly just using the start of this Aegis to take some farm, get some map control. Standard stuff, and then probably look for a push towards the end of it. I mean, just with Leshrac, they've got good options for getting up into the high ground. Bloodstone completed, looking for a Blink Dagger on Tala as well. Sells right into the middle of the fray. Harpoon being worked on by the Slark has the Echo Saber. Getting those extra essence stacks going, more control options.
Bounty.
Much obliged.
Got the Mantis Style and the Hurricane Pike finished on KMCC. Working on the BKB next, so that's going to be a big timing for Empyrean. That BKB can give a lot more ability to survive these engagements, avoid getting controlled up. I mean, they'll still have the Soulbind, as the Dark Portrait is ready on the Grimstroke, so they're looking to make some Dragon Knight and Luna Illusions. This is actually a really good Dark Portrait game. I like this Ags Rush a lot by Isonic. But yeah, that is just their only item. It's kind of insane, but I mean, it's gonna be scary. This is gonna be a ton of damage. If you get Dragon Illusions, especially once the Aghanim Scepter is done on Solito, alongside the Luna, like, these are high priority illusions.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The push is on now. The tail end of this Aegis. Still have about half of it left.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortify gonna get burned down. Diabolic Edict
Dire's bottom tower
popping
is
off.
under
Looks like they're gonna go try to fix their other lanes. Not feeling like they want to go into high ground with their mid and bot lanes pushed in. No, clean that up, pick up some more farms, see if they choose to take any big thing with this Aegis, or continue to just kind of get advantages out on the map. I mean, overall, Empyrean not losing much off of this Aegis timing. Now we're gonna get 3 heroes down towards the bot side. Realize you could put an observer inside the Lotus Pool. A new one. Summer Kid gonna find a kill on Virgil up on the top side. Ooh, is that a purchased gem or is that a stolen gem? Okay, that was R3 Donatello's gem. Might have gotten stolen back from her.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke up, sitting on the high ground. We can clear out the last of these tier 2s. Still a minute on this Aegis. Maybe with Virgil dead, they look to go high ground here.
Middle tower has fallen.
Their lanes... Empyrean doing a good job of keeping the lanes pushed out. They're going to spot Senku off on the side. Harpoon to pull them back in. And no chance for the Keeper of the Light to escape. Now with the Keeper dead. 45 seconds on the Aegis to Random's push in. It looks like this is going to be their opportunity. Pop the Diabolic Edict. Fortify not available. Already used on the last high ground push. So this should be an easy tier 3 tower. Empyrean, all the remaining heroes can do is push out the other lanes. This first set of barracks going to fall. Another Diabolic Edict at the ready, and this is going to burn down the barracks nice and quickly. 18 seconds until Cuddle, going to coincide with the Aegis timing. See if they can get another tier 3 tower off of this.
Radiant structures
First tier 3
are
tower
fortified.
falling means that they did get a fortification back up, and with the Aegis expiring, fortification used, Random's going to choose to back away here. Smoke up from Empyrean on the Aegis reclaim timer. So they want to look for a fight here. So Vito gonna disconnect.
That's very nice.
Pings and drawings coming out from Grim.
Got it.
As we get back into things. Get Blink Dagger finish on Tull, looking towards a Shiva's Guard next. As everybody on random is just going to rotate back down towards the bot side. Feels like they kind of read this smoke pretty well here, but Summer Kid stays up top. There's still an opportunity for them to find something here for Empyrean. Here where Summer Kid chooses to play. Empyrean with the smoke. Oh, they see the camps dying. They know Summer Kid was farming here, but the Slark is so fast. What is hasting this Slark?
Radiant are scanning.
Oh yeah, because these are just not in vision. Randoms wrapping around behind Empyrean. This could be trouble for them. He's going to spot the Watcher, jumps in, doesn't quite connect with the pounce. There's the snowball. Senku drops the toilet, the harpoon back in. Once again, no chance for the Keeper of Light to escape.
Dire's top tower
This
is
Slark
under
pick,
attack.
in response to the Keeper, in that final phase of the draft, it's doing exactly what it was meant to do.
That should help.
Making it so Senku's game, at this point in, is much, much harder. Now with the Keeper of the Light dead once again, it's going to open the door. Another tier 3 tower to be taken by randoms, and Diabolic
Radiant's
Edict,
top barracks are
along
under
with the
attack.
Dark Portrait Luna, just destroying these buildings, these glaives bouncing around. This is what's scary when you're playing against a Luna normally. Now it's the Luna coming right back at you with the Dark Portrait. Got 40 seconds until the chance of Roshan respawning. As
Radiant
it feels like
are
randoms
scanning.
maybe starting to
Dire
think
are
about
scanning.
playing around in that area. We're gonna get another smoke from Empyrean. But once again, randoms already kind of on their way out of the area. Blink from iSonic. That's gonna mean it'll be a while before Empyrean can connect with anybody. Get the vision up. Rain joining them in the area. Tala now out in front. Gonna go for the D-ward. Virgil gonna break. On Tala, they get the control, push them back. Soulbind now gonna connect into the Dark Portrait. Senku there. With the Ags, KMCDC getting controlled up. Damage coming in, Tala in on the back line. Now there's the turn with the Eclipse. Random's gone too far. Tala, though, still saying stuck on Silvito, and Summer Kid connects to finish off the kill.
Cage. I just let you free.
So it's just R3 Donatello that goes down inside of randoms, and they lose 2 on Empyrean. And this is going to be a threat of mega creeps here at 32 minutes. They do have the buyback available on Dragon Knight. If randoms go for this push, now it'll be Summer Kid with like an accidental pause. Empyrean, they probably don't want to use this Dragon Knight buyback, but can you save the high ground otherwise? Tala immediately blinks on top of Rain. That's gonna be the last tier 3 tower dead. Once again, this Dark Portrait, they give it Guardian Angel. They're just getting their own carry here. The Mega Creeps, KMCDC giving the Glaive something to bounce off to. Dragon Knight still not wanting to commit buyback, and it's looking like they're gonna find the creeps. Now they just blow up KMCDC. They sit on top of them with the pullback from the Harpoon. There's Mega Creeps under the tier 4 towers. R3 Donatello to trade themselves for Rain. Dragon Knight respawns, but now KMCDC's gone, and there's no buyback on the Luna. GG's just going to be called with the Mega Creeps. Is Virgil going to get brought down one more time? The game wraps up, but Randoms, they find the team fights, they find the win, they take game number 1. The Randoms continue their dominance after a 2-0 they had earlier today. Pick up game number 1 here against Empyrean. 9-1 and 8 on the Slark. 9-3 and 13 on the Lesh. I think the Lesh is going to be my MVP yet, but I mean this was a very strong team showing from Randoms here. The Ags Rush on iSonic also did so much. That was a very nice play from the Grim. There was a lot of good Grimstroke play across the board here. This was a great Grimstroke game from iSonic. Alright, we're going to have a quick break, and we'll be back soon for game number 2 between Empyrean Eagles and Randoms Esports here in TDL America's Pro Series 31. So stay with us. We will be back soon.
Radiant team ban.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TDL America's Pro Series 31. Empyrean Eagles versus Randoms
10
Esports. We are
seconds
into
remaining.
game number 2. Randoms Esports took a
5
pretty
seconds
convincing at the end of the day.
remaining.
Game number
Dire
1. It
team ban.
was a big back-and-forth brawl for a lot of that match, but
Dire
Randoms
team ban.
all came down, I would say, to
Radiant
the first
team
big
ban.
Roche fight. They get a beautiful initiation to contest Empyrean's Roche push.
10 seconds remaining.
And off of the back of that fight, they just held control of
5
the game for the
seconds
rest of the time.
remaining.
Bans starting off exactly the same here in game number 2. Timber and Chen for Randoms. Magnus taken out by Empyrean. They took away the Batrider here. They're going to take away the Grimstroke this time. Isonic had a very good performance on the Grimstroke last game. Pretty clutch early
10
Agnum Scepter
seconds
purchase. Really helped seal the deal in that
5
game 1
seconds
victory.
remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Windranger and Marcy taken out. So Marcy is a new ban, putting respect on Virgil's performance
10
on the hero
seconds
last game.
remaining.
Definitely made the offlane quite hard for Randoms.
5 seconds remaining.
Was a very nice pairing with the Luna. Who does that leave on the table? What was their last ban in game 1?
Radiant team pick.
Don't recall. And the Mar is going to be the other ban for Empyrean
Dire team
Esports.
pick.
Interesting. They're going to go for the Centaur Warrunner. Big ticket offlaner at the moment. They opt for that instead of their Dragon Knight. Still starting with an offlane pick for them. Gives them,
10 seconds remaining.
say, even better initiation than they had last game. The mobility of
5
Stampede is going to
seconds
be
remaining.
quite nice to have for their fights as well. Very stable first pick in the draft.
Radiant team ban.
And what are Randoms going to respond with? It's going to be the Undying. Immediately picking up a response for the Strength Heroes. Could be their position 5 role, so it's going to be annoying for the Centaur to play into. Yeah, the Stealing Strength is pretty brutal for Centaur because you've
10
got
seconds remaining.
abilities that scale off of your strength specifically.
5 seconds remaining.
See what we get for bans now in this second phase.
Radiant team ban.
Dragon Knight going to be taken out by Empyrean,
Dire team ban.
as well as the Slark. Summer Kid really crushed with the Slark last game. It's a really nice answer to Empyrean's draft, so no surprise seeing that get respect banned from game 1.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And let's see what this last ban's going to be before Randoms gets into the middle portion of the draft.
Dire team pick.
Maybe the Snapfire, so that's going to protect the Tombstone for them.
Radiant team pick.
Or follow that up with a Hoodwink. That's going to be your support duo in all likelihood. Gives you a nice control option. Makes up for Undying's lack of stuns.
10 seconds remaining.
Has been very popular
5
lately with the
seconds
Mage
remaining.
Slayer build. Not sure if we'll see that with the nerfs to Mage Slayer. Let's see, what do Empyrean want to go with? They could grab the Lion. I think we haven't been seeing much Lion since the C patch. Maybe something else in that vein, something to pair with this Centaur Warrunner that can sit behind it and harass.
Radiant team picked.
Ooh, how about a Techies? I'm gonna give you a nice stun option, good initiation. Lots and lots of magic damage. This is a Centaur Techies lane that is so much blow-up potential. I mean, it's an Undying you're trying to blow up. You're gonna follow that up with the Tusk. Yeah, that's gonna be their pair of supports. See, I think it's... yeah, I think there's a good chance this is a 5 Tusk and a 4 Techies. Tidehunter gonna be taken by randoms.
Radiant team picked.
Immediately into the Morphling. Yeah, Morphling, a nice ranged carry to pair in lane with the Undying. Nice water theme going on with that pair of heroes. Good, like, blue-green theme overall with the randoms draft. Very aesthetically pleasing.
5 seconds remaining.
A really good team fight. Like, the Ravage with Tombstone on the side is going to be very scary. And the Morphling, big blow-up. It's going to make Techie's game a lot harder. Does have to be careful about Techies hiding in their own minds. Oh, the eventual, if we get a Walrus kick in this game, the kick into the Techies' minds is going to be disgusting. I hope we get to see that. It'll be very funny to watch. See, what do Empyrean want to go with here to close out this phase of the draft?
Radiant team ban.
Drow
It's
Ranger.
gonna be the Drow Ranger. So yeah, that's gonna lane with the Tusk. I basically guarantee. Good silence option for the Morphling. Make sure you have a ranged attacker for the Undying. Tombstone.
10 seconds remaining.
Tusk Drow into Hoodwink Tide.
5 seconds remaining.
I think
Dire
makes for a
team ban.
kind of tough lane for the Tidehunter. The tag team plus the Frost Arrows is really, really scary. Looks like both teams looking for their mid laners. Invoker going to be the ban for Empyrean. What are these teams looking
10
for? You don't really
seconds
need more
remaining.
initiation from a mid laner from randoms. I like
5
the Invoker
seconds
ban, because I
remaining.
feel like it's no Chronosphere Cataclysm, but Ravage Cataclysm is still quite good. Yeah, I think you just want something like pretty stable, high damage. I mean, it can be dive. You've got so much frontline, though. I feel like I wouldn't mind seeing something... You've got a good amount of backline dive in the support, so I don't know if you could get away with just, like, a sniper mid. I think random's mid pick is going to heavily depend on what Empyreans take. Like, they're just going to prioritize getting a good matchup here. So what do Empyrean want?
10
They
seconds remaining.
They would definitely benefit from a dive hero. That's why you see the puck get banned out.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe go for like a Queen of Pain. Any spirit that's still on the table. Wouldn't be surprised to just see the Ember ban again. I believe that was taken out by randoms last time around.
Radiant team ban.
Banned the Huskar, yeah, they banned Huskar Ember last game.
Ten seconds remaining.
One last ban here for Empyrean.
5 seconds remaining.
Probably just going to be whatever they think counters their potential mid-pick here. You see the bans, you know what you're going to be able to get your hands on here.
Radiant team pick.
Go for the Kunkka ban again, and they will take the Ember Spirit. Yeah, now you've got tons of control for Empyrean, as well as tons of catch. I feel like it's going to be
10 seconds remaining.
really going to be on this Morphling to get on top of the Drow Ranger correctly.
5 seconds remaining.
Because there's just going to be so much interference being run. I think BKB is going to be pretty critical on the Morphling, just so that he can rush past all of the dive of Empyrean, get on top of the Drow, then reconnect with the rest of the team. I think that's what they're going to be looking for in these fights. Now, what do randoms want to answer this with? What do they like for a lane into Ember Spirit? It's funny, like, with the Huskar banned out, that, I believe, is one of the better options to deal with an Ember. I don't know if you want... You probably don't want Huskar and Morphling into a Drow Ranger, though. She'll eventually have Aghanim Shard and have the... Or is that her Scepter now? For the regen cancel can be pretty scary. It's gonna be a Shadow Fiend. So yeah, it is that kind of sit in the back, dish out damage kind of hero, but into the Ember Spirit, we're gonna have to see how this lane goes. If Tala comes out of the lane ahead again, I think this looks good, because I think they have good ways to play around it. Tala's positioning is just gonna have to be, like, so on point. Because with Ember, Tusk, and Techies, like, where do you safely stand in a fight as a Shadow Fiend? Feels very difficult to find a place to get away with that. But on the other hand, once Ravage is down from FTW, like, Tala can just lay into those heroes. Like, it's you definitely wanted something high damage to put into the Ravage. So I do like that aspect of it. Overall, though, I think I'm favoring Empyrean's draft a bit. I think their ease of execution is a little easier. They just have a ton of tools for initiation, and then a Drow Ranger sitting behind it, blasting into all of it. Randoms, I think they have to play a lot of their fights carefully. I think the Tidehunter is critical, because it opens up ways for them to, like, make their fights easier. You hit a Ravage on a lot of heroes, suddenly it's not nearly as much of a question mark of, like, how do we position, how do we survive these fights?
This couldn't have ended any other way. This couldn't have ended any other way.
Prepare for battle.
We once again get the traditional pause. Start things off. Smoke's already popped.
Well, I tried.
Prepare for a lesson.
They...
Balance in all things.
Silvito changed their name, or did Empyrean swap in a different player for offlane? Because the Centaur is Karma, not Silvito. I missed what happened in the draft. I have a feeling this is a different player, since Silvito was having connection issues last game. As the smoke gonna break as they walk up into the high ground, Roster's gonna start on the Isonic turns, try to get the decay to get some strength, but they fully surround Isonic. Summer Kid can only watch as Isonic gets brought down for first blood, and it goes to Senku too. That's very nice. Start things off for their mid lane. They're gonna do a good job getting that kill over into the hands of their Ember.
30 seconds to battle.
You die alone.
Now we get a pause for lag the other way. I'm gonna use the pause to take a quick step away, but I'll be right back with you.
Guarda Mr. Fierro. Guarda Mr. Fierro.
Alright. You have anything good for starting items? Nothing too out of the ordinary that I'm seeing. Full wand on Morphling. A little interesting. But I guess that makes sense, because you know you're going to be, like, seeing a million anchor smashes in your lane.
Starting to feel a bit nutty.
The G is called by randoms. Waiting on Empyrean to be
Guarda
ready
Mr.
now.
Fierro. Guarda Mr. Fierro.
That first blood is going to give Senku a very early bottle. I just have it off of the runes here. Well, I guess not quite, unless they get through. It's actually going to show us something. Let me get the stick.
The battle
These
begins.
raises leveled? Maybe. Will supports are going to set up around the Tidehunter. With the tag team, FTW actually in a bit of trouble. Turns with the Gush. The Frost Arrows connecting is going to slow them down. Another Blood Grenade comes out. More Frost Arrows. The Sticky Bomb latches. And KMCDC picks up the kill.
Let me get my arrows back.
Virgil gets brought low.
And then you can die.
They find FTW, so Empyrean starting this game off on the right foot.
You have been denied.
The Ember versus Shadow Fiend lane. In theory, should be favored for Tala because they picked last. Unless they wanted the Shadow Fiend for an aspect of the game other than the lane. Prioritized that, but I don't really what to see is Summer Kid immediately playing with the Essence Shift. Keep an eye out for that, because you do have the potential for a scary sticky mine, and you've got plenty of time to react, but gotta watch out for any early blow-ups. Summer Kid gets caught wrong fifth. Down bot, they're going to find the kill on KMCDC. R3 Donatello puts that up with the bushwhack. That's an acorn shot damage. Looks like got a nice bounce, and oh, with the armor removal from Gush. Immediately get another hook shot. But R3 Donatello going to get trapped up in the ice shards and tag team plus frost arrows. There is no way to walk away. Senku opting for a couple early points in Flame Guard. Could give them the tools they need to try to survive their raises. Eats a couple of them there. Up top, Karma getting brought quite low. Summer Kid looking to finish this off. Has only one wand charge, and it's not going to come off cooldown in time, so Summer Kid finds the kill. Flame Guard keeping Tala from being able to sit right on the wave. Arma has to disconnect.
Are you okay? Well, I tried.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
Prepare for a lesson.
So yeah, we do have the bottle and stick right off the bat for Ember.
Did you fall out of the nest
And
as a
Senku's
baby?
gonna have plenty of regen in this lane. On that Tusk Courier. Wand and a ward. Early Vlad's being looked at for the Morphling. This has been such a cool build that we've seen coming out for Morphlings. This early Vlad's. 18% bonus damage. Plus the lifesteal. Like when you're fully shifted into Agi, that 18% is so much.
Balance in all
Wow.
things.
Wow! Wow!
Be busting out the Google Translate so it could tell you what these players are saying, but
Are you okay? Are you okay?
This reward transcends expectation.
Starting to feel a bit nutty.
appreciate the players providing some entertainment for us as we wait out this pause. I think Empyrean are going to be running short on their allowed pause time soon.
You're in over your head.
The lobby admin ends up weighing in on that. FWB wants to eat. I know that one.
Wow!
Cohen ready says Hoodwink. Karma still not having reconnected yet. There's the man.
Are you okay? Well, I tried.
A beautiful soul for my collection. What did you learn? Outplayed.
No idea. This is Virgil. But he's coming back soon. Okay.
You'll have to do better than that.
Hey, the Centaur's back. Love continues to be shared. Waiting for him to get back into voice. And then we should be right back into it. Hopefully able to sort out connection issues as the match continues.
Proper skacks.
Avoid any additional extended pauses for you.
Are you okay? Well, I tried.
Did you fall out of the nest as a baby?
A flash of inspiration.
Did you fall out of the nest as a baby?
Alright. We are back into it. Karma has returned. Our game may continue.
Caught you in your stubbies, Nippy.
Sonic looking to set up around the Lotus Pool. Rain wanting to push them off. But Sonic is going to be that. Got it down bot. Virgil got it bot. Lane's pretty chill coming off the pause. Virgil gonna get a pull, gonna get interrupted by the bushwhack. They're gonna look to connect with a snowball to get the stun up. The tag team again, FTW. This tag team Frost Arrows, it's just impossible to play around. Virgil takes quite a bit of damage, but even a tanky Tidehunter cannot withstand that combo. That, yeah, no points in Kraken Shell yet. It does have the Anchor Smash. That does help mitigate some of that damage. All the bonus damage on top.
Got it.
Karma eating some harass from Summer Kid. Sonic maybe looking to start something here. Doesn't have a ton of mana to work with, but plenty of charges on the stick. Nice stomp from Karma to get some space. Haze keep coming out though. Sticky Bomb latches onto Sonic. Rain nearly gets that courier. Tala up 24-8 to 20-1. Oh, nice dodge in the second raise there. Now going to turn with the roots and the Flame Guard. And here's Virgil with the snowball connection. Two rotations coming in, but Tala already going to burn down. R3 Donatello, can they try to get the return kill? The teleport was cancelled by Isonic though, so it's just going to be R3 Donatello going down as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Great rotation there for Virgil. I think that was a cancelled TP as they initiate in and Karma just gets blown up. Down bot, both supports had rotated over to mid,
Dire's
so
middle tower is under attack.
these fours just leaning calmly with each other now. Actually, all the supports heading over to mid, looks like. Again.
No.
Senku is the first to level 6, looking back up off of that kill. Tombstone gonna get committed under the tower by Isonic. Now here's Virgil again with a snowball onto Tala, and Rain connects with the blast off. Isonic getting controlled up and brought down as well. R3 Donatello wants to find the kill on Senku, throws down the blood grenade, but Rain and Virgil are there standing in the way of this Ember Spirit. Senku gonna go back in with the Remnant and picks up the double kill to bring down R3 Donatello. Senku absolutely crushing this lane now, thanks to clutch rotations from the Empyrean Eagles supports. Almost 1,000 gold ahead of anybody else in the game now for Senku. Down bot is where the party is going to move now. Once again, tag team into Frost Arrow is able to just get enough space to get out of the multi-shot. Now Virgil's going to be the one in trouble. The Gust is going to give them some space. Looks like they're going to be able to escape here.
Speedy rune of haste.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Connect with the Ice Shards again. His top Karma finds a solo kill. Virgil gonna get brought down, but Senku's here. In on the back. KMCDC picks up the killing spree, brings down FTW. And Senku's in on both of the supports. Chops down R3 Donatello. Isonic commits the Tombstone. There's no way to get away from this Ember Spirit. Doesn't even need to use another Searing Chains to lock it in. Senku finds the kill, and it's gonna go check for that Wisdom Rune. Tala in the area.
Top tower is under attack.
Looks like Senku does decide just to TP home.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Didn't get a chance to see it. Oh yeah, there it is. Blast off into Hoof Stomp Double Edge. Yeah, not quite a solo kill, but an important one nonetheless.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mid lane, Tala's game is getting completely shut down. Wicked 6 streak for Senku as they bring down Tala once again. Stampede. Rain is there in behind with the blast off to bring down R3 Donatello. Feels like anywhere the random supports go, they're just getting torn apart by Senku. Virgil sitting on top of Isonic with the tag team. Rain picks up the double kill.
Dire's middle tower is under
Goes
attack.
down that sticky mine. $5K net worth lead for Empyrean at 8 minutes. This is... the rotations they're making. I mean, it's... we knew that they had this super heavy dive team. I didn't expect it to be able to play so active so early in the game. They got off to a good start with some early kills and came out of their lanes well as they're going to set up around FTW with the Walrus Punch, the tag team. Senku going to get the control, but nice bushwhack holds them inside the Ice Shards, and FTW able to get out on the other side, so that is going to completely blank this rotation over. Rain scouting things out. Deep in the Dire jungle. Meanwhile, Isonic looking to get some vision control, but just finds Virgil. Senku's still in the area as well. KMCDC throwing out the multi-shop to FTW, not quite in range. Here comes Senku. Remnants forward. Didn't quite find the Searing Chains, but there's the Ice Shards. No way to escape once again. Empyrean already looking in great shape to send this to a game 3. 87% win rate at 10 minutes. That is absurd. Arma gonna look to set up. Throws down a double edge for now. Like maybe waiting for Rain to get into the area for a blast off. Virgil finding the vision up here is going to get bushwhacked up.
Dire's middle tower
Didn't
is
come into
under
an
attack.
observer, so had to spend a little longer walking around
Radiant's
the
bottom tower is under attack.
pillar to find it. But now it's just going to make their way over towards Tala, who's going to have to be careful. Senku pushing this tower, Rain waiting in the area as well. Tala steps just a little too far forward. Senku chasing all the way behind the tower, making sure that there's no chance to defend this as they claim the middle tier 1. Lad's finished on Summer Kid means the farming has been going quite nicely for the Morphling. And we're going to get a smoke up. Had this deep vision, so they're going to see Summer Kid, and they're going to have some time to think about it.
Any other way.
As it's another disconnect from Karma. I don't know if this is... Now I'm not sure if this is Karma subbing in for Silvito because Silvito had connection issues last game, or if this is Silvito with a different name having the same connection issues. Either way, it feels like the offlane of Empyrean Eagles is a little cursed today. Dealing with these connection problems.
Fun!
Prepare for a lesson.
Alright, much quicker reconnect this time around. Do not know what that means from Summer Kid. Have the safety bubble. Yeah, here comes the smoke. They're gonna find this Morphling. Smoke breaks. They initiate. Oh, dodges! Away from the blast off, but the snowball still connects. Ice Shards is gonna shift now into the Tusk. Chases. Doesn't quite connect with their own Ice Shards as Senku chunking down R3 Donatello, but gets bushwhacked up. Virgil still on the hunt. Plenty of strength for Summer Kid, but is going to walk into the mine. Now Senku going to get there. In with the Searing Chains. They have the control, and they bring down Summer Kid. So in the end, they find the gank they wanted. FTW going to show up now here. Has the Ravage available. Senku is a scary, scary Ember. Love to be able to take this fight, but they don't have much else for heroes here. Put damage into a Ravage. It's like they're just going to relieve some of the pressure. Goodness, Rain actually going to deny this ward fully. They decide, we got what we wanted out of this ward. We found the kill on the Morphling. We know that they're going to deward this. So don't even give them that. That is a insane play. There it is! Oh my goodness, Summer Kid's the one who places the ward. This is rude. I love that play. Oh man, you get the kill on the Morphling with this Observer ward. Oh, they place this ward. This is gonna drive Summer Kid insane. They're gonna find a kill again here. They're still playing in the area. This is absolutely cruel vision control from the supports of Empyrean. This is so sick. Here comes Karma, gonna get the stun and the double edge. Supports waiting on the side. Senku in the area as well. See if they go for this. This is going. If they find another kill on Summer Kid here, it's going to be absolutely maddening for this Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, though, the rest of the randoms team are setting up around this bot tower. They're going to get the Tombstone as iSonic playing nice and deep, looking to find a kill on KMCDC. But here comes all of Empyrean Eagles. They're going to find the kill on iSonic and just push the rest of randoms fully off of this tower. End up not finding much damage on it. The ping's out on Summer Kid. Here come their rotations over. Senku looking in behind them. Oh, spots the TP away. Immediately has the Searing Chains. In with the tag team, the Walrus Punch. And Senku, beyond godlike, 10-0-6 on this Ember Spirit. After a back and forth game 1 that ends up going random's way. Empyrean Eagles playing an incredibly dominant game number 2. Senku gonna set up on R3 Donatello. Nothing they can do. Actually does very nicely scurry away, but sleight of fist. No real chance there. And another Ice Shards from Virgil prevents FTW from escaping. Tidehunter just going to get fully surrounded again, controlled up and brought down.
Bloody bounty!
Unlucky find.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Randoms want to maintain control of this bot lane, but Senku is just going to be right on top of them. Managed to dodge away. They have all of these heroes here. They're trying to control this Ember Spirit, but
Dire's middle tower
is it
under
possible to
attack.
find enough control to lock this guy down?
Got it.
Back to work on the
Radiant's
bottom tier 1
tower
tower
is
here,
under attack.
side of Randoms.
Radiant structures are
Virgil's going to be the
fortified.
one to play around in the area to defend it. Karma and Rain making their way over here. Senku coming in on the back lines. Does have Summer Kid behind them. Gonna get controlled up here, and Summer Kid morphs into the Ember Spirit, but Senku just walking away. TW looking to chase forward onto Rain. But up the high ground, they can't chase. So Random's not gonna find anything there. I feel like they might have had a decent opportunity. They do get the Searing Chains from the Morph, and Virgil gets blown up. There is plenty of damage here on the side of Randoms. Gotta find the heroes to put that damage into.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Like
Radiant's
Randoms
bottom
really just
tower
trying to
has
stick
fallen.
together for the time being. Knowing they're playing from a decent deficit. Rain is going to watch R3 Donatello come up the high
Dire's
ground, but
middle tower
I'm
is
just
under
going to
attack.
immediately scurry away. Senku and Karma now, moving together, but quite a few heroes for Randoms here. This scary bi-angle to walk up into. Senku has no fear. Gonna set up counter vision top side. I mean, can you guess? Can you guess how this guy died? Was it tag team Frost Arrows? It's a hard game to be a Tidehunter into those two heroes. Mid lane, a damage amp rune for Senku. The blink stomp, Tala immediately blown up. FTW does respawn and is going to make the rotation in. They pop the Golem. Now they're just going to chase forward onto R3 Donatello. KMCDC blows up the Squirrel. Summer Kid trying to get some damage in on the side. Now has to be the one to back away. Empyrean Eagles continue to maintain dominant control in this match. Tombstone gonna get cleaned up by KMCDC. Senku still working with the damage amp rune.
I'll take that.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Empyrean Eagles, they are not overplaying here, even with this big lead that they've built. 12k up at 18 minutes. 95% win probability at this point. But they're still playing this very patiently. Oh, they're gonna find Tala. The vision control, it's just too much. And as soon as one of these heroes finds you, 3 more are on top of you. The gang squad from Empyrean Eagles, it just continues to roll over this game. And Virgil's found FTW as well. And here comes Senku and Rain right in behind. Snowball gonna connect. Sticky Mine to slow them down. Karma with the blink in. The stomp does get dispelled off, but yeah, no chance to escape. And meanwhile, KMCDC just finds some roadkill in the top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Got Kaya Sange being worked on by Ember Spirit, so alongside the Mage Slayer Maelstrom, going for a magic damage focused build. MCDC, the early Aghanim Scepter, that Hypothermia is a way to mitigate the Morphling's ability to regen with the Strength Shift. Rain lurking in the area, waiting for somebody to try to go on KMCDC. Virgil gonna show up as well. Most randoms, they're off in the buy angle. Get some vision control down here where they can. It's like they'll choose to just give up this tower, take map control elsewhere. FTW gonna try to find some farm, is gonna get spotted out. Still have this ward here, and this Tidehunter could be in trouble. Shield Rune on Senku. Get the roots up, connect with the blast off. FTW just cannot find anything in this game. It has Vladimir's offering, feels pretty nice on a Tidehunter, but it's a little awkward when your Morphling also has one. Down on the bot side, they do find Virgil. But their rotations are there from Empyrean. It's gonna be completely free. Godlike now for KMCDC. Senku gonna chase for more. Gets the Searing Chains, and there's nowhere for this Swirl to go. Trees to run through, but there's vision everywhere. 32-5 now for Empyrean.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
To the Roche Pit. This was where Game 1 really spun into Random's favor. They took a great fight when Empyrean looked to pick off the first Roche. But here, much different game, and no chance for Randoms to come and contest this. So it's going to be an Aegis for KMCDC. For our Ranger now. Going to be very difficult to bring down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
Random's really just trying to find what space they can
Radiant
now.
Structures are fortified.
Farming
Dire's
wherever
bottom
Empyrean
tower is
isn't.
under attack.
Let's try to
Dire's
get
bottom tower has fallen.
any amount of advantage in this game. They do have BKB up on Tala.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They have Manta finished on Morphling. Then we'll start looking at the
Dire's
condo.
bottom
So
tower is under attack. Dire
we
are
have
scanning.
decent survivability on this Morph now. That Dispel is going to be pretty critical. As Tala forced to BKB TP out, it was as big as the BKB timing going to be for Randoms. It kind of gets burned down quickly. Now R3 Donatello makes the mistake of showing on the map. In a game like this, it's just immediately dived on as soon as you are seen in vision and there's anybody nearby. The last of the tier 2 tower is going to get cleaned up here for Empyrean. Still 3 minutes to go on this Aegis.
Has fallen.
The high ground defense is pretty intimidating
Radiant's
on the
top
random
tower
side.
is
You've got
under
Shadow
attack.
Fiend for high range
Dire's
damage.
middle tower
You've
is
got the
under attack.
Tombstone and the Ravage to contend with. The Mage Slayer finished on Tidehunter.
Radiant's top
Anchor
tower
Smash
is
that is
fallen.
going to help mitigate a decent amount of the damage coming out. KMCDC just laying
Radiant's
into this
top
tower.
is under attack.
Summer Kid getting space elsewhere on the map. They're actually going to set the Tidehunter off bot, and so it looks like that's where Empyrean going to turn their attention. Virgil going to jump right in. Tag Team Walrus Punch. Senku
Radiant's top tower is
makes the
under
connection as well, gets the Searing Chains. Trying to bring down this Tidehunter. He is pretty durable, especially with the Mage Slayer. Chasing forward now, though, they are going to manage to bring down FTW. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, KMCDC just finishes off the tower. They only need 3 heroes here. And able to just, from the low ground, chunk down that tier 3 tower. Now with the Tidehunter on the deck for a while longer, they step up into the high ground. They do get a bushwhack onto KMCDC.
Radiant's bottom tower
What can they
is under
do to
attack.
bring down this tower?
Dire's structures are fortified.
To protect barracks, bring down this brow. The silence, but there's the Manta. Spell the Gust. A chance to set up on the Morphling there. They're just chipping away at these buildings. And they find an angle for the Tidehunter in. He's gonna wrap around the Blink Dagger, the Ravage onto 4. Is this where randoms can turn it around? Summerkib jumps in, but they're all just backing away. They have the Stampede, and now they're gonna turn right back in towards them. The damage from the Drow Ranger, and Senku's in on the backlines. Is getting brought pretty low, but Tala goes down. Reigns finds the kill. R3 Donatello buys back. FTW in on the backlines, but just getting controlled up. The bushwhack onto Senku. Be a big kill, but KMCDC has finished off Summerkid and Isonic, and GG is called. A glimmer of hope, a beautiful Ravage, but none of it is enough. Empyrean Eagles close out a dominant game number 2. I mean, that was a clinic from Empyrean. That draft does exactly what they wanted it to and more. Just a super high tempo, constantly diving on you. The Tusk Techies plus Ember, combined with the start that Ember got off to. I mean, Tala was winning that lane for a bit. And then that first rotations of the supports, it just goes so hard into Senku's favor. And from there, it was just a snowball. MVP absolutely has to go to a 17-0-12 Ember Spirit. Well played by Senku there. I mean, very impressive across the board from Empyrean, but that felt like it was the one really leading the charge. Alright, so that's going to send us to a game number 3. We will be back with that soon for you, so stay tuned.
Radiant team ban.
We are right back into it for game number 3. TDL America's Pro Series 31, Empyrean Eagles versus Randoms Esports.
Radiant team ban.
So after a back and forth game number 1 that Randoms Esports closed
remaining.
out some big team fights, Empyrean Esports,
5 seconds
they
remaining.
bust out a super fast-paced draft and
Dire
completely
team
run
ban.
over game number 2. They're
10
once again going to have
seconds
Empyrean on the Radiant side,
Radiant
but the
team
pick
ban.
order has swapped this time with coin flip for game 3. Empyrean will have overall last pick,
10 Radiant seconds team remaining. Ban.
Randoms with overall first pick. Get the Leshrac banned out by Empyrean here.
10 seconds remaining.
Curious
5
if we will
seconds
see,
remaining.
probably not in the first phase, but an Ember Spirit ban, because that was something I can't
ban.
imagine they would want to play into again.
10 seconds
Rimstroke
remaining.
taken out as well. So yeah, Empyrean still focusing largely on
Dire
the
team
game
pick.
1 winning draft. Wind Ranger taken out once again by Randoms.
Radiant team pick.
And they're going to take the Tusk for themselves on Randoms. This has gone back and forth between which teams played it, and the winning team has had the Tusk both times, so it's like Randoms are going to win this one, because they got the Tusk.
10 seconds remaining.
And both these teams play the Tusk so well, and it plays
5
so well
seconds
into
remaining.
how these teams want to take their fights.
Dire team ban.
Mar is going to be the response from Empyrean Esports.
Dire team ban.
Naga Siren taken out by the side of Randoms. See if they are concerned
10
about like the
seconds
Mars
remaining.
Phoenix combo.
5
That's a
seconds
classic
remaining.
one that I could definitely imagine Empyrean busting out here.
Radiant team
It's going
ban.
to be the Hoodwink ban. Hoodwink Mar is a classic lane. Well, as classic as it can be, with both of these heroes being not that new at this point, but relatively new to the game.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
One last ban here for Empyrean before we get into the meat of the draft. They do want to go for the Phoenix. Expect to see a Snapfire ban.
Radiant team
They
dire
take out the
team
techies. Pick up the Vengeful Spirit for themselves. Venge had been very popular. I think we've seen a bit of a decline in the C patch, but still feels very, very good. Gives you reposition, gives you
10
save,
seconds remaining.
tons of control. Should play well
5
into what
seconds
Empyrean want to
remaining.
do. That armor reduction on the Wave of Terror also going to pair nicely with the Bulwark from
Dire
Mars.
team pick.
Luna.
Luna is going to be the choice for
Radiant
Randoms
team
Esports,
pick.
followed by the
Admiral
Kunkka. The
Kunkka.
Kunkka's been getting banned out in the last phase of the draft, so we know that Randoms have been wanting to get their hands on it because Empyrean have not let them had it. But because they pick it up here in the second phase, it means Empyrean have not banned it out yet, so they get it.
10 seconds remaining.
It's going to give them really big team fight control once the
5
Kunkka gets his
seconds
Aghanim
remaining.
Scepter going. Should be a nice counter to the Mars Arena. It's gonna make it, like, the combination of Torrent Storm and Eclipse, both just abilities that spam out an ability you already had in a big area. Those two abilities are going to make it really scary for Empyrean to fight in their own Mars arena. I like this as the answer to the Mars quite a bit. I want to say I expect the Kunkka to be mid. I think that's where it was getting bans for. I mean, you probably lane the Tusk with the Luna, so you do still have the option to find a ranged pause 4 if this Kunkka is in the off lane. But you also, because you don't have overall last pick, you don't mind picking your mid laner earlier. Empyrean, they're going to be the ones to take the Morphling here, and the Doom to protect it. I mean, you could just snag an Ancient Apparition at this point in the draft for randoms, is the answer to the Morphling. The Doom is going to feel really good into the Luna, though. This is a pretty nice Doom pick, on top of protecting the Morph. Means the Mars probably moves over to the mid lane, or this is just a position 4 Doom. Or even 5, you lane it with the Morphling. I don't hate that idea. That would be pretty fun to watch, honestly. Now, how do you respond? I feel like you want some kind of save here. You either want to go the route of like an Ancient Apparition as the counter to the Morphling, or you want like a save support as the counter to the Doom. Like, the nice thing about how Empyrean drafted this, it's really hard to answer both Morphling and Doom with this single pick before they get to ban 2 more heroes. Yeah, you can see that reflected in how much time random's taking to consider this pick. It's going to be the Void Spirit, so it looks like this will be an offlane Kunkka. And go with the Void Spirit mid. Very interesting. I don't know.
10 seconds remaining.
Support
Radiant team
like,
back.
do you really want to play Void Spirit mid into a Doom? That sounds so hard.
Radiant
I mean, I guess you get an early
back.
Lincolns. Like, it's a hero that's not gonna mind going in early Lincolns. Yeah, there's the AA ban.
Dire team ban.
AA Rubik. So yeah, expecting this Void Spirit to not be a support,
Dire team
which would
pick.
be my base expectation as well. Ember Huskar bans. So they're expecting this to be a support Doom.
Radiant team pick.
Because they ban out 2 mid laners, and they pick up the Mirana. Gonna find themselves some control. This is a weird draft from randoms. I mean, I think they have a lot of faith in this Kunkka, and the Luna is going to do a lot for them as well.
10 seconds
These last 2
remaining.
picks, I'm not seeing what they're going for. I mean, they're obviously far better
5
at the game than I
seconds
am, so
remaining.
there's something I'm not seeing. I'm not assuming that I know better than them. I'm curious what Empyrean go for here. Like, is it a support Doom? Are they picking a mid laner here? They are, and it's the Puck.
Choose
It's
your hero.
randoms, like, they've gone between the Ember, the Puck, as what they ban alongside the Huskar in the last phase, and whichever one they don't ban now, Empyrean taking it. So, yeah, it is a Virgil Doom. Yeah, I guess once we see the Puck, we know that. I like this support Doom pick a lot for Empyrean. I'm favoring Empyrean's draft, but I feel like there's something I'm missing from randoms. I mean, they do have some options for really good early fighting. Like, the Doom isn't going to do a lot out of the support role early, So I think there's good opportunities to apply early pressure for random. I think the puck game looks good. Like, having a silence option for the Void Spirit is really nice. The Void will also have a silence back for you. Like, I don't think this is a free puck game. There is a lot of control on the side of randoms. I think they're going to have tools to be able to bring down this puck. It almost feels like, especially having seen their bans in the past of, like, deciding if they're letting the Ember or the puck through. I think they knew that this puck pick was going to come if they let it through. So I want to say this Murano is part of setting up around that, because if they can get a little bit of control on the puck, then the arrow, like, can just really close it out. So I feel like they were kind of drafting around that before even seeing it. And maybe even prioritizing that over answering the Morphin or the... Yeah, we shall see. I think this Doom is going to be very, very scary. For, like, a Void Spirit, a Luna, I guess you do already have the Snowball as an option for a save. But other than that... we had our traditional start of game pause. We have Karma still in the off lane for Empyrean. Alright, and this one will be rather quick. Everybody ready to go?
Interesting.
Later, when you least expect it.
Where are these teams going to move with their smokes out? Empyrean heading towards mid. Random's looking to set up on the top rune. Virgil breaking away from the team, but like everybody, just gonna sit on their own jungle runes. Maybe look to make another play. It does look like randoms want to wrap up towards the mid lane. Get some vision there as the smokes wear off. Still not really connecting with each other. I think this will be a pretty quiet pre-game. You're just pinging KMCDC. Now they're going to move towards the mid. Random setting up around the top river rune. Virgil and Karma waiting, watching the bottom river rune.
The battle begins.
Looks like everything's gonna go nice and cleanly. Why did Rain just click on that once? Interesting. It's gonna be the Mars Venge into the Luna Tusk up top. Tusk not getting a lot on the Venge off of that first tag team. Really point and wave of terror.
All's fair.
Yeah, that damage reduction from wave of terror, plus the armor reduction, makes it pretty nice for Revenge to trade in lane. The mid lane, this is going to be fun heroes to watch, because there's so much skill that goes into playing these two heroes. Void versus the Puck, down bot, Doom and the Morphling against the Kunkka and Mirana. I like the idea of this Morph Doom lane, but I don't think the lane itself is going to go particularly easy for them. Do have a good amount of damage to put into FTW. The camp blocking from R3 Donatello is going to be troublesome for Virgil. But starting with the Scorched Earth, shifting into Strength, KMCDC playing low, but R3 Donatello getting scorched down. And that's going to be First Blood, goes the way of Virgil, and FTW going to be in trouble as well. Scorched Earth has ran out, so not going to have too much chase potential, but it's just going to be able to keep harassing and clicking in. Not going to find a kill, does force them back under the tower. Meanwhile, topside, Rain finds the kill on iSonic. Like fighting over wards. Let's see that death summary before it goes away. Yeah, Wave of Terror, stun, a lot of right clicks. Classic Venge lane kill. Mid lane, Senku getting a little low. Last hitting going very evenly so far in mid lane. All with a slight edge. Dodge there. Down bot, controlling up the Morphling, but shifts into Strength and starts to turn. Top things pretty chill for the moment. Down bot, Virgil still with the harass of the Scorched Earth. Burning down R3 Donatello, fully pushing both of these heroes out of lane. It's taking a good amount of harass back the other way, but Tidebringer Cleave comes through. He's incredibly low, but manages to dodge the arrow. Like he got eaten by a creep. He get hit by the Torrent, is FTW. Healing up with the Salve. To initiate again with an Adaptive Strike, but it's just some harass. And get Ice Shards here onto Karma. It turns around with the Spear, punishing the Shards. Tag Team and Blood Grenade in though. Karma getting slowed up. Rain as well. Does turn as the Wave of Terror. Everybody just kind of going to get forced off of each other. While action continuing bot. Looks like things have split up there as well. Karma continues to throw out these bulwarks. Their rebukes at the...
That's mine too.
Luna, keeping her health low as much as they can. I think we're going to get an early rotation from Senku. He's going to get spotted on the Watcher. He's just going to be able to steal that rune. Down bot. Virgil finds a kill. R3 Donatello. Brought low again, but doesn't go down. Virgil's playing this Doom lane very, very well. Has the Chain Lightning from the Harpy for even more harass, as we're going to get a rotation of the Tusk over towards the mid lane. Void Remnant, Tala the first to hit level 6 in the mid. Taking a decent lead, 39-5 to 26-0. You're trying to play carefully here. Rain making their way over as well. Going to try to play around the top rune, but it's actually going to be an Arcane Rune that spawns bot. R3 Donatello picks it up. Mel Senku dodging away. Has the Dream Coil down. Talich still trying to chase into this puck. Escape. Reality Earth for now. Oh, able to jump away and survives. Meanwhile, Virgil, the solo kill on R3 Donatello. And now Tala is left, just getting clicked on by a level 3 Vengeful Spirit. Gonna get
My path.
some bottle regen, the rune, so Rain not gonna be able to continue chasing on that, but once again, Empyrean Eagles, they outplay on the support rotations and turn around the early game for Senku.
Radiant are scanning.
Wisdom runes getting claimed. Normally, do have a smoke for Virgil and Senku, who's going to break on our 3 Donatello. They really wanted FTW, but they'll settle for the Mirana, drop the Dream Coil. Ooh, they get the X marks stolen from the Morph. They blow up Senku, though Tala arrives, but they do finish off FTW. Now Tala going to try to chase into Virgil. Don't quite have level 6. The Doom would be devastating if they add it to turn and pop onto Tala. Get rotation from Rain over here. Sonic setting in the mid lane as well. Looks like the party going to be back up mid as an Invis Rune spawn spot. R3 Donatello, the one to steal again, and a nice Ice Shards from Sonic going to completely deny Virgil any chance of escaping. Kala steps over to pick up the kill. It was a dominating streak on Virgil. That's a decent amount of gold into Kala's pocket. Rain gonna get some harass onto Summer Kid, gets the stun up. Luna getting brought low. A swap would do it, but Rain not quite level 6. They just got to level 5. Rain's still gonna hunt down here, knows that Summer Kid doesn't want to go far to farm. And the salve up. Ooh, misses the Wave of Terror. That would have cancelled the salve. Seen by the tower. Meanwhile, buns of rotations over here as Karma wants to connect with Summer Kid. Now Rain may be in a little bit of trouble. Opposite side, Virgil trying to find the Kunkka, but FTW able to sidestep into the trees and escape. Rain is still playing in the area here. There's no lifesteal on Summer Kid yet. Does have some options for regen. I'm gonna pick up the Watcher. Looks like now Summer Kid gonna be able to escape up into the jungle, get away from the harass of Rain. Constant threat of a Vengeful Spirit suddenly blowing you up.
Radiant's middle tower.
Gonna get a rotation down towards the portal. Immediately gonna find FTW. Stunned up by the torrent. Still not having the swap yet, so FTW is just gonna fully juke this. Runs down through the trees, and they have no chance to find them. Smoke on the Mirana as Sonic. Gonna hunt down Virgil as well, but now Virgil turning around does have the Doom available. D-Ward, Senku sitting in the area. Get the Dream Coil. Out onto the Tusk. Rain showing up as well. They're gonna hold the Doom, just bring down Sonic with Scorched Earth, the Illusory Orb.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Almighty Mother.
Radiant are scanning. Dire are scanning.
Both supports smoked up, sitting behind the mid tower, but it's actually going to be Virgil teleporting over towards bot. Make sure that they don't find too much pressure on KMCDC here.
Is under attack. Dire's
Three heroes sitting waiting around the Radiant bottom tower. A lot of games of chicken here as everybody waiting to see who's going to commit to what first. We have a damage amp rune on Tala. Make this engagement even scarier for Empyrean. X, the arrow, nice setup. Boat as well, but Virgil kind of doesn't care. So tanky on this Doom, the stolen arrow, the shift into Mirana with the morph. Arrow doesn't connect, so But he just goes their separate ways again.
Dire's top tower is under
FTW is
attack.
still sitting here behind the tower. Is Karma going to make their rotation over here as well? Looks like both teams want to find a fight, but aren't sure what they can commit on. What they can commit on is Senku in the mid lane, but can they find the punish? Isonic going to get blown up. You're still quite happy with that trade if you're randoms. Meanwhile, the Spear chasing down with the Doom committed onto R3 Donatello, so that's going to be a very dead Mirana. Now onto the mid tower with both supports dead.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Paula pops the Wizard, jumps in onto 2, gets the stun, but speared back and away. Isonic showing up to try to help chase, throws down the ice shards. Very nicely placed with a Dream Coil. Senku's just waiting there into a beautiful arena. Holds Tala in place, brings down Isonic as well, and now the swap into the arena. R3 Donatello tries to leap away, but gets hit by the God Rebuke into the Illusory Orb, and they bring down another. Empyrean Eagles just waiting for that one. And very nice rotations. They do find their return kill as Summer Kid and FTW pushing down the tower, bring down Virgil in the bot lane.
Middle tower has fallen.
It's just a bit of a consolation prize off of a well-executed fight by Empyrean.
A gift from the goddess.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yule's on the Mars for that setups for the spears. Link Dagger getting prepped now as well. Solar Crest being worked on by the Vengeful Spirit. Looks like the Pavis is on the way. Vlad's finished on Morphling. To go for the Phylactery nice and early, it looks like. Down bot, Senku trying to set up on FTW with Dream Coil. Not able to prevent the TP, no other stuns available. Well, in the mid came CDC and Tala squaring up, but it looks like... So either way, Shield Rune does get scooped up by Tala. Down bot, maybe looking to find something on Karma.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sonic. And on that Blink Dagger for the Tusk. TDL and Karma just gonna go their separate ways here. Virgil hanging out in the area as well. We're all a slower paced game than the first two. I think both teams kind of at the edge of making it through this series.
Under attack.
I keep their cards close at hand. PW is going to be the one left down here. Scan doesn't quite spot it. Seems like they still have the idea that FTW is here. See if this Kunkka shows. Is going to show on the wave. They're going to spot this out, but they're just backing up. So amidst this lull in the fighting, we do have the Phylactery finished for KMCDC. I'm going to TP over and maybe look for the first chance to use it. Moonlight Shadow is used though, so it's going to be Senku possibly colliding with a few heroes down in mid lane. FTW does get found and get the stuns up, and there's the Conda even into the Blade Mail. Not a care in the world, because that'll finish off the kill on FTW. Now they get the Doom onto the Void Spirit. Scary for that hero to encounter, but Isonic get away with the Dream Coil there onto 2. Senku looking to finish this off. Void Spirit will go down. Stun up on Isonic as well. Karma sitting, waiting. The spear goes a little farther than you'd expect, but R3 Donatello does get brought down. Isonic, no chance to teleport away. It's a triple kill for Senku. As once again, Empyrean Eagles just positioned so nicely into what looks like And engagement for Randoms just gets flipped on its head, and now immediately a spear onto FTW. The swap, this would be another death in a row. The stun, they have the blade mail, trying to escape using the boat, but not able to get the buff, and the arena is going to secure this kill. The spear goes through, and Senku finishes it off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Absolutely devastating for this Kunkka now. It's like Virgil getting spotted doing some warding. Gonna be a big smoke for Empyrean. Or sorry, for Randoms trying to find Empyrean. They're gonna see that Lotus disappear. I think they're gonna be able to find this kill on Virgil with the smoke. Fully surrounds the Doom. Control enough to bring him down.
It fills me with nothingness.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So off of the Doom kill, they managed to find the top tower as well. So Randoms, you know, it's an early lead for Empyrean, but they're much more in it than they were last game, it feels like. Still finding kills, have good fight potential. Yeah, the smoke, and they circle exactly where everybody but FTW is. I mean, it was a big circle, but correctly identify the part of the map that Randoms is playing in. I'm just waiting for somebody to show up on this creep wave. Be a whole adaptive strike. They had the full Conda. Oh no, that is the full Conda, okay. Now they control up on the Mars, get this nice swap save. Duran is going to pay for their crimes. Vengeful Spirit goes down. Now there's going to be the chase forward. Isonic finish it off with a blink away in the arena to greet them. Get the Walrus Punch, the spear back, but now Tala's in. Karma trying to escape, but no chance. Did you get the Doom on the Void Spirit once again? Now a massive Dream Coil onto 3. KMCDC blowing them up. Senku finds 2 more kills. Virgil looking to chase down Summer Kid. Just have to be careful of the glaives bouncing around. It looks like Virgil is going to go down. FTW picks up that kill. Now Senku back in with the Illusory Orb. Going to chase forward. Now going to back away. Ends up being 2 for 3, so not as catastrophic as it could have been. Solar Crest finish on Vengeful Spirit. Looking to go right into the Agnum Scepter for that free second life. Blink Dagger done on Mars, looking at the BKB next. Virgil has the Blink as well, working towards the Boots of Bearing. Will really amp up the effectiveness of the whole team. Yeah, I feel like once you have the Blink Dagger, the Doom can just play like this Aura hero. Buff up the team, land your Doom. Support Doom has been going quite nicely is now. 3 heroes looking to find FTW, jump in. Got the Centaur Stomp, they've got the control, and FTW goes down.
Stoke the furnace with your corpse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Empyrean Eagles,
Dire's
despite the
bottom
lead, they have
tower
not
is
been
under
doing a ton
attack.
of tower pushing. They will find the last of the tier 1 towers here.
Dire's bottom tower
21-minute
has
mark.
fallen.
And maybe looking to make a move in towards the Roche pit. I think that is in fact where they're going to be headed. Should be pretty free for them. We could see like a Smoke or Moonlight Shadow play. The
Radiant's
scan is
middle
going to
tower
connect,
is
so they
under
know this is
attack.
happening, but do Randoms want to try to fight this? They're going to have the Kunkka respawning. Bot tower did just go down. Very nice to take that tower before getting the Roche, mitigating the TP options for the side of Randoms. We're going to get into the Moonlight Shadow, but the Roche is already found. Scan for the Radiant tells them that they are on their way in. Let's keep an eye on how things position here. Isonic jumps into the pit. Ooh, White Shard's not quite controlling Rain. Virgil looking to jump in. Control the Doom out onto the Kunga, but just immediately blown up. Then they turn back through KMCDC, and Virgil survived that somehow. Rain gets into the mix, Summer Kid trying to get through with the Eclipse, but then Solar Crest is keeping Rain alive for way too long, and Summer Kid goes down! How did that go so wrong for randoms? It looked like they were going to have an initial blow-up, but Virgil just gets away with murder. Sonic gonna scout out. Oh, the Ice Shard sets up an arrow into the Torrent, but already shifting into strength, so KMCDC will be able to safely back away. Now the smoke up on 3, but Empyrean Eagles, they're already getting out of the area. The smoke finds KMCDC though. Jump forward, finds them on low health. That's going to be the Aegis. Nice heads-up play by Tala, spotting KMCDC out. Immediately going to set up with the boat, and it's a quick pair of kills. The Aegis and then the Morphling himself brought down. Very nicely played. Oh, they look to find Senku as well, but able to escape through the portal. Chance to get through the Twin Gate.
Tower is under attack.
Pursue this puck who's just far too mobile. That was so close to being able to find the kill on Senku
Radiant's
too.
middle tower is under attack.
The randoms, a glimmer of hope here as they bring down the Aegis
Bottom tower is under
alongside the
attack.
carry of Empyrean.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And the threat of Luna is always present. When you win a team fight, your buildings start
Radiant's bottom
get
tower
chunked
is
down.
under attack.
Yeah, this tower, there's going to be no defense. The Morphling just came back up. Oh, the back door. They have enough damage. Okay, the creeps are finally going to arrive. That'll allow them to finish it
Radiant's
off.
bottom
Period.
tower
Not
has
interested
fallen.
in contesting it. They're just going to head out
All
towards
I
top,
can
get some
give
pressure
us
on the
is a
opposite tower.
chance.
Already taking some damage from creeps.
Radiant's bottom
Moonlight
tower
Shadow.
is under attack.
For random, smoke for
I'll put
Empyrean.
that money
They're
to
nowhere
good
near
use.
each other for the moment.
Almighty money.
Be a shield rune again for Tala. Smoke gonna move their way down. I see Tala hitting this creep wave. Virgil gonna get right in, stomp into the Doom, into the arena and spear, and that is a very dead Void Spirit. Virgil is gonna get controlled up on the other side. Pretty durable, but looking to finally get blocked down by the swap from Rain. Keeps Virgil alive again, and now they're in the Eclipse, raining down damage from the high ground, but KMCDC steps right up into it, starts chunking away at FTW. Summer Kid just trying to escape, but Karma gets the Yules into the spear. It's sitting around both the Luna and the Mirana. They bring down both. Senku finishes it off, FTW. iSonic now just getting run down. KMCDC looking to make the chase, and Senku's there on the other side. Escapes into the snowball for now, but it's just delaying the inevitable. The arrow gonna be there and connects. Oh, the morph plays. Such good stuff. So now Empyrean, they find one hell of a team fight. They trade just their
Dire's
doom
middle tower
for
is
all
under attack.
5 of randoms.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
Virgil finds the stomp onto Summer Kid. iSonic finds a kill on Rain elsewhere. In the arena, rolling up the Luna, and no chance to escape once again. What happened to this vent? Can I get the snowball chase? iSonic looking to connect. Oh, nice shards! iSonic Oh, but no, turns with the BKB. KMCDC says no thank you. I will be the one getting the kill here. And meanwhile, Senku finds a kill on the other support. Dream Coil immediately snaps onto Tala. Control up, and the Morphling zips in.
Dire's middle tower is under
Okay,
attack.
still wanted to know what this kill was. Ah, okay. It was initiated by Tala, finished off by Isonic. But you do not mind losing range somewhere on the map when you find 4
Dire's
of the
middle
enemy
tower
heroes
is under
again.
attack.
Empyrean off to a 15k gold lead now, 96% win probability. Find themselves a stack in the Dire Biangle.
Dire are scanning.
Empyrean setting up around Dire Tier 2 randoms. Standing around it, looking to defend. Gonna set up around their Tormentor as well, clean that up nice and quickly, get that shard for the Mirana. That bonus to the leap. Empyrean, see the Tormentor go down, seeing if they can catch somebody. Mirana's already escaped. The rest of the team stayed up or TP'd away. Nice dodge of the threat there. Randoms. Virgil gonna make the rotation. The solo contest FTW. Look to TP away, but has the stun there. Still holding the Doom, but not gonna even need it as Senku and KMCDC connect. Virgil sets up the kill on the Kunkka. Empyrean, they're just playing so well together this game. Her map movements have been
We slip into shadow.
very, very impressive. Mars finds the Luna. Karma sets up on Summer Kid. Does have the Eclipse. The swap back to the edge of the arena. Stunned up as well. Tala looking to connect, but they just run over Summer Kid. KMCDC makes the connection as well. And now Senku's here onto Tala. They have the vision. Able to dodge out the Sphere. Tala, nice job getting the Astral Step to escape.
Almighty money.
Oh, Senku has found the silence onto Tala. Drops the Dream Coil as well in the swap for the snap. There's no chance for Tala to get away. Rain is going to pay for that one. Gets punched up. And Senku could be in trouble now here too. Rain controlled. Able to dodge out the Torrent though and gets up to the high ground with the Blink. Back in now off of the Illusory Orb. Spear. And now the Doom onto the Luna. Virgil in the middle of 3. Isonic trying to give them a chance to escape. Is going to go down, but is going to give Luna
Dire's middle
space.
tower is under
It looks
attack.
like the Doom will wear off before the Luna goes down, so a good save. Now with 3 dead,
Dire's structures
opening into the high ground. That's going to be the Fortify. Have the Siege Creep connecting here, though, so as soon as the Fortify ends, they tank up for the Creep Wave. Isn't that
Dire's
Bulwark?
middle tower has fallen.
Leaves bouncing around, is clearing out the creep waves pretty quickly, but KMCDC gets X'd up. Ooh, the Remnant not quite on the mark, and look to TP away. With the BKB, not going to have a chance to lock down the Morphling and cancel the TP. Meanwhile, the rest of Empyrean
Invisibility.
farming their way backwards as they regen back up after the tower push. Gonna be a smoke from randoms. Love to be able to catch something here, depending on how Empyrean position. Empyrean's gonna be making their way back down towards the Roche Pit. knowing that
Even from the brightest.
Radiant
should be
are
up
scanning.
now, if not soon. Moonlight Shadow as well. What are they gonna find here?
Dire are
Virgil is gonna see this ward get placed. He's Isonic. There's a whole bunch of heroes around though. Ice Shards blocks off the path. So now looking to connect on the back line. It's another Dream Coil. They find Summer Kid first.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
Torrent Storm breaking up the fight. Mars pops the BKB. Pins down the Kunkka to the outpost, and FTW is going to get blown up. Virgil saved by Rain again. Virgil's been getting away with so much with this Doom, and now they're going to bring down Isonic and R3 Donatello. It's everybody but Tala. They did find Karma in that fight, but buying back to get back into the action and immediately into the Roche Pit. It's going to be absolutely free. This will give them a banner for their high ground push as well. Empyrean Eagles, they continue to execute these fights absolutely beautifully. Smoke up on Empyrean now as they look to bring down more of these dire buildings now that they have this Aegis in hand. Scotty on the Morphling. Got Hex being worked on by Mars, going a full control build. Rain has the Agnum Scepter finished, so there's going to be a second life on the Vengeful Spirit as well.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Senku with the Octarine. This puck's going to be bouncing all over the place. Pipe on Doom. There's another one of those. Like, that's how this guy is surviving so long. These nice team auras. Ooh, is the X just in time as Karma jumps in to blow up the wave. The BKB ready on Tala alongside Akaya. Honda on Luna. To get that Lucent Beam attack damage going. They have some blow-up potential there as well. Is Senku going to jump in onto Tala? Moonlight Shadow with the swap to break the coil again down to the high ground. The Torrent Storm, though, controlling a lot of them. KMCDC in a bit of trouble here. Isonic gets the control, and they bring down the Morphling. A very nice response from Randoms here as they hold up their high ground. Gets the Torrent again to connect as the Aegis respawns the Morphling. X marks back. But Random's just backing up to reset. They smoke up, though. You don't want to know what angle they're taking. Morphling blast again into the Torrent. Now Senku jumping forward and then back. Remnant controlling AMCDC even further. Now here's the arena. It's just going to catch R3 Donatello. Doom over on the side finds the Void Spirit. Is going to get into the snowball. Keep them alive for now, but getting brought forward. Now they finish off Tala, R3 Donatello as well. Isonic brought down the triple kill for KMCDC. Buyback from Tusk. Rain swap back. They found Summer Kid, and they bring down the Luna. Kunkka gonna get controlled as well. Pops the BKB, uses the Ogre Seal Totem, escapes back to the fountain. Virgil now right up at the steps of the Dire Fountain, but just walking away. So tanky on this position 5 Doom. X'd up, just offering a high five. Karma gonna set up the Yules, the Spear, stunned up at the edge of your fountain. FTW just trying to keep them around until more heroes can respawn. But meanwhile, the barracks are getting blown up. KMCDC going to work on the tier 4s now, and it's looking like Empyrean Eagle is going to close this one out here and now. Maybe a chance for one more fight, but down 2 heroes. Arrow is going to connect onto the Morphling, but already shifting into strength again. Karma sets up with the Yules, the Spear, onto the Ancient. Tala in with the BKB, but so much damage coming through already. FTW now getting blown up, trying to escape. Kunkka backing off again, and the Void Spirit already dead. GG called. Empyrean Eagles. They take game number 3. Hard fought, but once again, quite dominant. Empyrean Eagles win the game and the series, bouncing back from a tough game 1. They get the back 2 games, and Very impressive performance. All across the board once again. I mean, 19-1 and 14 Morphling. Very, very well done by KMCDC, but I really gotta give the MVP to this position 5 Doom from Virgil. He was setting up so much, he was getting away with so much. 5-5 and 29, could have died like 10 more times. I mean, the saves from Rain were always there too. That was a very, very impressive showing. Alright, so I believe after this, I'll have to confirm on what team Empyrean Eagles moves on to play. I believe it's going to be Alianza Lima. So we should have that game for you. It was scheduled to start at 5. So with the pauses and with the series going to 3, took a little bit longer. So we will see when that series will be up and ready for you. So stay tuned. And we will be back for that next series in just a bit.